Employee engagement is at a 10-year low. Many factors contribute to why people aren't inspired or even feel demoralized in the workplace. The culture, poor leadership, and weakened performance can all be to blame, but managers or leaders are not always the only culprit. There are things we can do individually to reframe, reinvigorate our work to get more gratification and meaning out of it. Hi, I'm Jenny Clark, a conscious leadership expert who spent 2 decades in executive recruiting and talent management. Having worked with giants like Google, Spencer Stuart, I discovered that the secret to transformative leadership lies in the 5 dimensions of conscious leadership. And I'm here to help you unlock your full potential. Join me on this channel as we embark on an honest and vulnerable journey together to become the kind of leader that genuinely inspires organizational transformation. I have a few ways you can get involved in this conscious community. First, I've created a free career map to help you uncover your next career move. Second, I've created an exclusive content for you with a community of like-minded leaders. And lastly, I send out a free newsletter every week. So to learn more, check out the description of this video. The number 4 top reason people quit their job is a lack of meaningful work, according to McKinsey, the global consulting firm. They offer 5 reasons in a recent report. And I've addressed the number 1 in another video, a lack of career advancement and development, and number 3, uncaring and uninspiring leaders. But when I heard this particular reason, lack of meaningful work, I thought one of 2 things is happening with workers, if not both. 1, no one has ever helped these workers understand or contextualize their role, however small or seemingly insignificant, in the bigger context of what the organization or team does. What's the meaning of their work? I heard a speaker tell a story about a U.S. president visiting a NASA facility in the 1960s. He happened upon a janitor in the hallway and stopped to ask him, "What do you do here?" And the gentleman responded, "I help put people on the moon." And that has always stuck with me because it's an example of how someone has been made to feel included, valued, and respected for his role in what happens at that facility. And it's probably literally true. Cleanliness is likely essential when building spaceships that put men and women on the moon. The janitor did his job with pride because he had found meaning in what he did every day and how he added value to the organization's mission. Now, the second possibility for the response in the survey, lack of meaningful work, could mean that people are plain bored. The work that they're doing is not interesting, challenging, or could even be completely over their head. This might be you or people on your team. I believe it's a shared responsibility of the employee and the manager or leader to continually find work that optimizes the employee's capabilities and needs of the organization. I've said before, I think most organizations sub-optimize their people, leaving valuable capabilities untapped, not to mention disengaged and dissatisfied employees. You know, I love a good story. A few years in, with a large search firm I was working for, I kind of hit a wall. The initial years were full of learning and testing what I learned on the job. The compensation structure was part commission-based with a formula I could track to know where I stood. It factored in what business I brought in, how much I collaborated with others, how much work I actually executed, meaning searches that I closed, among some other metrics. In hindsight, I'm not sure exactly why I hit the wall. Maybe it was because I was in a rut, but I certainly wasn't bored. The work was stimulating and demanding. I think it had to do with a level of fatigue from my divorce, being a single mother, having lost both parents in recent years, and questioning whether or not I could go pedal to the metal to make partner and beyond for the next 20 years, like many other of my colleagues did. Maybe it was an existential crisis. I was on a deliberate spiritual journey, questioning life's meaning and my purpose. The work world doesn't exactly encourage or support this personal dynamic. I also recognized that as an African-American single mother, some of my colleagues maybe didn't expect me to be successful, leaving me feeling like I had something to prove. But did I? What if I did good work but didn't kill myself? I did that for about a year, quietly, didn't talk about it. No one seemed to notice. I made a little bit less money, still did great work. I wasn't duking it out with my colleagues for a larger share of the fee. I was engaged, but questioning. During the same time, my son was going to a Montessori preschool. At one of the parent-teacher conferences, the teacher told me that my son didn't show a lot of initiative, wasn't engaged or something to that effect. Kind of remember thinking, well, he's not even 4. What do you expect? When I got home, I asked Julian a few questions, and in his limited language, he said he was bored. By the way, in later years, when I thought he might better understand, I let him know that there was no excuse for boredom like ever. He had way too many books, games, toys, and other things that should consume him, never to be bored. I realized, though, that the Montessori teaching style probably wasn't working for him. He was someone who did best when he was given instructions, a plan to execute against. At this point, it seemed school largely lacked meaning for him. He wanted to be pointed in a direction and could take it from there. He went on to a public elementary school, great private school for high school, made it into a great college, USC, probably with varying degrees of clarity about the meaning of his schoolwork, much less life. But he learned to ask questions of himself and the system that he was in. Now, like me, when I was going through that moment or existential crisis at work, my son found meaning at school and now in his career. Now, mind you, it's not a one-time thing and you're done. We're never done. As workers, employees, we have to find the why in what we do over and over again. We can ask for help from colleagues, managers, leaders in some work situations, but that doesn't seem to make sense or optimize for all, for you, and how you're trying to offer your gifts. So as usual, I have some messages for you. Seek meaning, both for yourself. Ask yourself why you took this job. What do you want to get out of it? Is that still within reach? Do you need to set different goals? No one else can make your work meaningful for you. Get out of that rut and make it make sense for yourself, at least for now, to re-energize yourself. Figure out why what you do has meaning for you. And as a leader, the best leaders can articulate the vision, mission, and purpose for their organizations or teams. Managers and leaders might help contextualize how what you do fits into the bigger picture. In that short story I told about the president's exchange with the NASA janitor, when asked what he did there at NASA, he said, "I put men on the moon." You had to embrace meaning, even if it's not offered. Be curious. For yourself, read books and articles for pleasure or edification. No amount of social media, movies, or TV can unlock the depth of knowledge and insight, curiosity, and wonder that only reading a book can. Social media is dumbing us down. In a couple of my videos, I mentioned separately 2 of the 5 reasons why people quit their jobs. People ask me in social media the question, right, in the comments, what the other reasons were. And I'm thinking, well, look it up. The caption spelled out the name McKinsey. It would take you 30 seconds to Google McKinsey top reasons why people quit. At some point, you have to stop being lazy and be curious. The term ignorance is bliss, which suggests that not knowing something means you don't have to worry about it. Nah, man, that's the definition of ignorance for sure. But that should never be an option. There is too much information out there that we have ready access to. Ignorance is simply unacceptable. While information isn't knowledge, curiosity can allow you to gain knowledge and become smarter. Smart people don't take everything at face value. They ask more questions they try to answer. Brilliant people are infinitely curious. We integrate and weave insights, seek facts and questions to explore new solutions and find more questions. Yeah, I said we. I consider myself, and you, if you're watching this, to be brilliant in your own way of brilliance. Seek that. As a leader, don't just take orders. Question the why, the how, and the who. Is this something you should even be investing time in? Look for new systems, processes, and efficiencies. Seek out untapped capabilities in your people and optimize them and your projects. Your curiosity is a model for your team members, and their curiosity and engagement are peaked. Acknowledge and reward curiosity that spawns innovation. Ask for more. For yourself, Don't wait for the promotion before you start taking on tasks at the level above where you are. Once you know you're performing your current task well, ideally exceptionally well, see if you can help the team by bringing others along. Often the reward follows the effort. Be a self-starter and ask for more. Don't wait to be asked. As a leader, are you giving all that you can for your team? That is, are you asking enough of yourself to show up as a leader they can respect and support? Yep, you need their support as much as they need yours. I believe we all have brilliance in whatever form or sector. Brilliance is not just intellectual, scholarly credentials or publications. Brilliance exists in the arts, sports, whatever your level of ability, seek to expand beyond it and never stop. Your level of education doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's your capacity, your drive, your curiosity to learn and expand your knowledge that matters. Therefore, there are infinite possibilities for your life. So go find meaning in your life and work. Identify your passion. Go deep within yourself. Be curious. Ask questions. Seek answers. Offer new answers and solutions. They are resident in you once you unleash your curiosity. So go find it, because we need you to help us create a new, love-filled world of new perspectives, solutions, and dimensions. I know firsthand how taking that first step can be the catalyst for a life-changing transformation. I remember the moment I decided to harness my own strengths, and it made all the difference in my career. That's why I've created a career mapping tool just for you, to help you uncover your unique competencies and leverage them to design your own career map. Take the first step towards your next level by clicking the link in the video description, and let's start this incredible journey together.